Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Abraham Lincoln here. Peter Gilmore here for another video right here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. As always, make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels. Links are down below in the description box. Friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and share this video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And YouTube can send out my videos when they feel like it. It's a bunch of retards. That's all I ought to say about that. So like the video, subscribe, share the video all over the internet, and tap the bell to turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload and you can stay in the loop and never miss a beat. And that's it. So do it now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this Tuesday evening, July the 7th, 2020. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July weekend. My weekend was I had to work a couple hours on Saturday, and then I watched the fireworks go off around my way and in New York City with the Macy's 4th of July fireworks gala crap, whatever it was, and then they had some fireworks on the Empire State Building, so that was pretty nice. So I'm going to do another video probably maybe not tomorrow, probably Friday. I probably won't do it because I'll just do it now because I was gonna do an episode of the Gilmore Chronicles, but I'm gonna be away and I gotta put up some videos before. And I gotta do my AEW review tomorrow. NXT I'm gonna do on Friday because I get home late on Thursday. So I'm gonna do my NXT review Friday, and then my SmackDown review also on Friday. So I want to get that out of the way, and then I'm on vacation. Yes, I'm going on vacation. So I'll be out incommunicado for next week. Next week I'm incommunicado, so I won't be doing videos at all. But I will still be watching the shows. Maybe write up a review on Twitter or Facebook. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And that's it. And I come back next Thursday evening. Might do an AEW review. I'm gonna watch AEW. Maybe do the review late next Thursday. That'll be Fight for the Fallen. So go watch it and get you caught up to date with that. Then do an NXT review next Friday. Do that and SmackDown. And then I'm basically off for another week because I have to quarantine because I'm going on that hot state of Florida, which has severe number of cases going on. It's just fucking crazy. I had 3,000 more today. And I think I want to get I might get tested tomorrow. I keep saying that, but I wanted to go Monday. I woke up late, so I wanted to go today. I had to go to the dentist, but then my dentist tells me my insurance is not covering it, and I'm not active, so I have to call my insurance company over the next couple of days, probably like Thursday, maybe Thursday or Friday. I'm gonna call, so I can't do it tomorrow. I got work early in the afternoon, so I can't do that. So I have to call my insurance company on Thursday morning, early Thursday afternoon before I go to work, because I have a long day of work on Thursday, which sucks. But it is what it is, making the money you wish you had. And then that'll be it. Hopefully by Saturday I get my results. If I get them, if I get it tomorrow morning, maybe I can hopefully get them by Saturday and figure out if I'm positive or negative. If I'm positive, I'm most likely gonna go down there. When I come back, I come back and it comes back positive or negative. I'm hoping it comes back negative. Like it'll be positive, and I come back, it's still negative. It's negative. I'm like, what? But I'm hoping both tests are negative. Same thing for Rosa. But when we come back, we're gonna be doing the quarantine for 2 weeks, which ends at the end of July. So I get a week off of work because I have to, since I'm in Florida, I have to get tested. I have to show my boss the results when I get them. Whenever I get them, hopefully, some cases are taking 10 days to like 2 weeks, which is fucking stupid and crazy. You're gonna wait 2 weeks and you don't know you're fucking positive. And then you guys wait. And then when you get the test, like 2 weeks later, then when you really, like, you're self quarantined for 2 weeks, then you have to do another 2 weeks on top of that, which makes no fucking sense. You're quarantined a whole month. It's so stupid. Get the test fucking done. Get the results out quicker, please. And that's all I can say about that. Yeah, I know. I cut the mustache off. I kept the beard part. I look like Barney Green of the XWF. But it is what it is. Something my Rosa says I look like Abraham Lincoln. All I need is a fucking top hat. 407 years ago, our country. I'm gonna do it. You know, I don't see that I look like Abraham Lincoln. Maybe a wrestler. I couldn't tell you which one, but it is what it is. And maybe Kevin Owens. Maybe I don't know. Kevin Steen, whatever. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm gonna hopefully get tested tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna try to wake up about 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and then go over to the place and hopefully get tested and hopefully get done before 11:30 because I gotta go into work at 12. So if it takes longer, if it takes long, I'm gonna be. Well, it shouldn't take that long, really, but because I'm going to the urgent care place, the walk-in place, and you can get it right there. So yeah, so pray for me that me and Rosa are tested negative. So pray for that, and pray for us when we come back that we test negative as well, because we don't want to be positive when we get this fucking virus coming back, because then we're gonna have to quarantine for like 3 weeks, really 4 weeks, 2 weeks really, but which will be at the end of July. But hopefully we don't come back. We don't have any symptoms, and we don't have to go to the hospital if anything major happens. I gotta really be careful with Rosa because she's up there in age, and I gotta worry about her. I gotta worry about myself because I have depression and all that other shit. But so far I haven't had one symptom yet. So, and they say you don't even have to have the symptoms and you're positive. So I might have it right now and I don't even know it. Rosa might have it and she don't even know it. You might have it and you probably don't even know it. So get tested. Get tested as many times as you want. I don't think there's a limit on how many times you can go for the test. I think if you go every month or every 2 months, just to see if you're okay and everything. Unless you have the symptoms, then you can go get tested. But we're gonna do it hopefully tomorrow, and then when we come back on that Friday, or that Friday or Saturday, when we come back. So probably I'm gonna try to do that Friday afternoon when we come back, to get the test done and then hopefully get the results. Hopefully by July 24th, which is Rosa's birthday, or if you want to send her a birthday gift or anything like that. Blah 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 blah. So do that. I don't care. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing over the next 10 days to 2 weeks. Getting tested twice, going to Florida, enjoying my vacation, and then enjoying a work vacation when I go down there. And after I come back, I take a week off from work, and hopefully I can come back on the 25th just for that day, and probably have the 26th. I'll come back to a full work schedule on the 27th. But it is what it is. I might have a really bad paycheck the first week of August, and then I might go to AC like that weekend of August. I guess like right before my anniversary of my job, which is August 14th. That's when I started my new job. So let's see what happens with that. And that's it. All right, enough bullshit. I wasted 10 minutes of your time, so I apologize for that. If you don't like what I said, fuck you, man. That's all I can say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this Tuesday evening, July the 7th, 2020, it is time for your late and out of date Monday night review for July the 6th, 2020 from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. All right. Monday Night Raw. I mean, I watched some of it Monday night before when I got home, and then I rewatched some of it today. Watched like the ending and stuff like that. And it's really, most of the show was kind of boring. I really didn't like it that much. I mean, there was storyline progression because we have Extreme Rules next weekend, and I will be doing a Extreme Rules predictions show and a review after I come back. So probably that Saturday night, that Saturday afternoon, Saturday night on the 18th, I'll be doing a prediction show, and then the 19th, after the pay-per-view goes off the air, I'll be doing a full review of Extreme Rules. Oh, I'm sorry, the horror show at Extreme Rules. Gotta say it the right way, because that's what they're calling it. Stupid fucking tagline. It is what it is. But we had storyline progression. We had a couple of new matches added, and that's all I gotta say about it. But still, a kind of meh show. And that's it. So the chat room is open if you want to chat. We talk some AEW, talk Raw, we talk NXT. We got the Great American Bash Part 2. This went tomorrow night, going up against Fyter Fest Night 2, which is basically highlighted by Jericho and Orange Cassidy and the Young Bucks and a Revival taking on the Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade. Which I think that's probably going to be the main event. It's going to be Jericho and Orange Cassidy. I already know who won. They already had the spoilers out, so I know who won. So I'll watch it tomorrow night live, and then I'll do my review. But I already know most of the results and most of NXT too. So basically, we'll see what happens. And we'll see, and I guess before I even forget, I apologize for not doing an NXT review for the Grand American Bash Night 1. I meant to do it on Thursday, but I couldn't do it. So, things happen. I've been like running around work and just pissing me off, and I just haven't had time to even get on the computer with work and everything else, getting ready for my vacation. That's that. All right. So sorry for no Great American Bash review. So apologize for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start Monday Night Raw. And we start off Monday Night Raw with the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre. Comes out with his new shirt, Talk Less, Claymore. Available now on WWEshop.com. So buy it. Brings up the horror show at Extreme Rules, but he's not talking about that. He's talking about Raw. He mentions the contract signing last week, and how he allowed Dolph Ziggler to pick the stipulation, and all that chaos that happened last week with Asuka, Sasha, and Bayley. This freaking chaos. He mentions he could pick a cage with no escape, a no holds barred match, but his fists are already weapons. In fact, they could have a match at the edge of a cliff by a volcano. Sharks swimming with laser packs to their freaking heads. Nice Austin Powers reference. Nice. He's going to win. The gist of his message. He asked Dolph to stop wasting time and get his ass out here and let us know what the stipulation is. So on cue, Dolph Ziggler comes out, hair's all down, looking like $1 million almost. He says the world came to see his stipulation, but his stipulation is like secret. He said Drew screwed up, giving him the opportunity to decide the stipulation. He asked why was he dumb enough? Because he's a Drew, he's a backstabber. Drew says he's the champion, and and tells Dolph not to 2014 to 2017. There's a blank page, meaning Drew's time away from WWE when it was in TNA, when he won the TNA World Title and he fought Bobby Lashley. We all know that, and he was known as Drew Galloway. All that good stuff. So. Drew mentions he was fired, and he hopes he inspires somebody to follow their dreams and come to the WWE or whatever. He says he's a friendly reminder of the man Dolph is talking to. Dolph says there's a list a mile long that Drew left behind for that title. It's not just him. He brought someone here that he did the same thing to months ago, years ago. And out comes Heath Slater. I'm a one-man band! He comes out. I thought this guy was fired. Obviously, they brought him back just for this fucking segment. So he comes out with his shirt saying that he's a free agent, most likely going to TNA. I mean, AEW would waste him, and even Cody Rhodes said he doesn't want his friends coming over. So you could take him out, and you can take a whole bunch of other people out, maybe like Rusev. Rusev, I think, is going to Impact. We already know that Gallows and Anderson are going to Impact. I mean, they teased it on Impact last week when Scott D'Amore was talking on the phone. He's like, oh, we can use a couple of good old boys in TNA. Obvious reference to Gallows and Anderson, who probably almost signed that contract right now. So probably, I think Slammiversary is this Sunday, I believe. So probably this Sunday, we're going to see a lot of people that from the WWE. Maybe Gallows and Anderson probably is a definite. EC3, I don't know. Maybe, he's teased Impact, he's teased Ring of Honor, and he's teased AEW, so we don't know where he's going to go. But I would put my money on he's going to TNA. I really don't think I mean, he might shine in AEW a little bit. Maybe give him the TNT title. That's probably it. Ring of Honor, I don't even think they would use him corrected. Or he would just be lost in the shuffle in Ring of Honor. Maybe a world title run, I doubt it, but him and Roosh could put up a pretty decent match. And then, him and Jay Briscoe, him and Jay Lethal. I mean, we've seen that already, but no, I don't think we've seen that already yet, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, Heath Slater's most likely going to Impact. Mike and Maria Kanellis, probably going to Impact. I don't think they're going to go back to Ring of Honor. They could go back to Japan. I don't know. I heard Gallows and Anderson might go back to Japan since Impact and New Japan have working agreements. I heard something like that. I don't think that's true, but it is what it is. But we'll see what happens with that. So Heath Slater comes out. Now I'll get to the chat in a minute. We have some people in the chat. Get to that in a minute. So he comes out. Heath, not Heath. Heath comes, and he's got a mic. He's got something to say. He says, opportunity, Drew doesn't get it. He's known for over 10 years, going way back with the 3MB, with Jinder Mahal, who I would guess is going to be the next contender for Drew's title, probably at SummerSlam. And I think Jinder Mahal might be a two-time world champion. That's what I think they're going with, but never know. It says history between them two. He remembers when Drew first came to the States before all the peach fuzz on his face when he was the chosen one. And then when he got called up to the main roster, like being the chosen one. Back then, Drew wasn't the chosen one. Now he's like, this guy, he's the chosen one. We all see it. He wants to go back to April when he got released. He was home with his kid watching Drew take on Brock. He jumped up, screamed, and cried after Drew won. But he says those tears were shed for Drew. He wonders why. Because he loves Drew, joy in his heart. And when he got many years ago, he called every day. Came to Florida. He called Drew to have dinner with him, and he calls Drew a brother. And he's like, where were you for me? Drew knows his kids, the two beautiful girls that he's here today for, fighting for them. They believe in Daddy. and he wants Drew to know that he was there for him, and Drew wasn't there for him. And he might just being on the bump. What did Drew do? He promised something. Drew petitioned to have a match with him, but he's on the unemployment line. He got kids. That's not a gimmick. It's real. It's real, damn it. And this is probably his last opportunity, and he hopes a friendship can last because he's here to take that opportunity, and he wants Drew to give him what he wants. Give me what I want, Hunter! Basically. So he shoves Drew, and Drew's like, don't do it. Don't do it. And then he goes, slaps the shit out of him. And then Drew's like, you want a match? I'll give you a match. So we get that, and I'm thinking, like, wait a minute. Heath Slater came back to turn heel for maybe 5 seconds and has a match where you basically know what happens. I mean, he lost in like 5 seconds. Like 5 seconds. We had the match. He gets a little bit aggressive, and then he moves the shirt. It's like, yeah, I'm going to kick Drew's ass. And then he turns around, boom, Claymore kick from Drew right in the mush. 1, 2, 3, Drew McIntyre wins the match. I didn't get it. I know it was Dolph wanted to play mind games with his stipulation. Then he brings out Keith Slater. He could have brought out Jinder Mahal and it would have been actually a better segment. Jinder was like, you took me under my wing, stuff like that. Could have been much better than it was. Than Heath fucking Slater. So yeah, that match happened. I gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars. The match I gave 1.5 out of 5 stars. The segment actually was pretty decent. A spirited promo from Heath Slater. But all in all, that I gave the segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. But yeah. But now what are you gonna do with Heath Slater? Are you gonna put him back on the unemployment line, let him go to TNA, or you're gonna actually maybe bring him back and let him go back to Titus Catering? Kind of what other people are in now, like Ricochet with Cedric Alexander, Dana Brooke, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, I assume that they just gave him a 1-day paycheck. It's like, here, I'm gonna give you $500 to Drew McIntyre. Okay, I'll take it. I gotta feed my kids. But I don't know what's gonna happen with Heath Slater. If he's going to TNA, let him go to TNA. Let him be a star in TNA. Probably won't be, but I don't even know what they'll do with Heath Slater in TNA. Maybe he can be part of Aces and Eights, because I heard Aces and Eights are coming back and they're coming back the original way. I think Gallows was already in the Aces and Eights before he went back to Japan. Before he got kicked out, then he went back to Japan. Gallows is gonna be in it, and Carl Anderson's gonna be in it. Bully Ray, who is gone from Ring of Honor right now, is likely going back to Impact. So he might be the leader of the Aces and Eights group. They could put Heath Slater in there, maybe Eric Young, maybe Rusev. I don't know, because the Aces and Eights storyline is coming back. Which was great in TNA, in 2012 or whatever year it was, a couple years ago. I think it went on too long though. It went on 2 years. The whole thing with Bully Ray turning on Hulk Hogan when Bully Ray was married to Boogie Hogan. Then when Devon was in it, and then you had some other guys in it. Miss Kennedy was in it. It felt like the NWO of TNA. Like, so many people were in it that really shouldn't have been in it. That's all I can say about that. So we get that, and I'm gonna move on from there. And that's that. All right, let's get to some chat before we move on here. Let me get this. Try to get it up. Jeremy Carino? No. He says, "What's up? What's up, Jeremy? How you feel? How you doing this evening?" He says, "Yo, yo, yo! Would you ever consider joining my panel? You can text me 505." Well, he gave his number out, so. But I would maybe, you know, I would love to do a thing with Joe Cronin, though. JD, no, I don't think me and JD would mesh, but me and Joe Cronin, I would definitely want to do. You know, I do a raw review like you. Maybe in the future. I don't think right now, but if it gets my channel, my channels, I should say. If it gets my channels subscribers, I'll be down for it. But we'll see. But next time you on I'll write down the number, but I'll see. We'll see. Javier Alejandro Panse, my good friend from Mexico. I thought you would do the live show at night, bro. Well, I was thinking of doing it at night, but I gotta get up early in the morning, so because I got things to do and I got work at noon. I got a couple of hours shift tomorrow afternoon. I just gotta help my boss for a little bit because she's gonna be alone with the morning girl, and I don't know if anybody else is gonna come in, but so I got a couple of hours to do. I could leave early if I want to, but I'm probably not. I need the hours, but I gotta make the money you wish you had. So yeah, I was gonna do it maybe at like 9, maybe 10 o'clock, but I decided to do it now. I just get it out of the way so I can have the rest of the night to myself and then get ready for tomorrow. Like I said, I might go to get the COVID test tomorrow in the morning. I'm gonna try to get up like 8 o'clock in the morning and then go there. I think they start at like 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I think. So get it done and then maybe hang around the area a little bit, maybe have breakfast, and then go to work and just go to work, do what I got to do, come home, watch AEW, do my review, and then go to sleep and get up for Thursday because I got a long day Thursday. I mean, a long day. I gotta work the afternoon, the mid-afternoon to the late shift. And I gotta close on Thursday, so my NXT review won't be coming on Thursday, coming on Friday. So that, but yeah, I decided to do it now. I know that's that. 7 out of 10. If Pritchard tried hard to put on a good show, he tried his best, but I mean the show was boring, in my opinion. That's what it was. Yeah, it was just that. It wasn't that good of a show. For a 7, that's really stretching it higher. But I hope I'm saying your name right. That's kind of stretching it. I wouldn't have gave it a 7. I would give it about 6, 5.5, 6. That's all I would say without that. The design of the United States Championship I liked. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it looks very nice. You got the eagle in the middle of it. And it kind of has the TNA title, the words look like the TNA World Title. I thought that was nice. I mean, it's a pretty good looking belt. I mean, I would have went with the old school WCW version of the U.S. title, or maybe the NWA version of the United States title. But still, pretty decent looking title. I mean, and then now all the belts from the Ruthless Aggression era are now changed. So, are we going to get any more changes? I hope so, because I want the tag belts changed. I want the WWE, well, not the WWE, the Universal title changed. I want the women's title changed. Back to the women's title. Not that fucking blue-red crap to signify, oh, I'm on Raw, I'm on SmackDown. How about unify the belt, make it one belt? Just saying. I'm just saying. The tag belts need to get changed. The I don't know about the cruiserweight title. I might leave that alone. The 24/7 title needs to go. The women's tag team titles need to go. I mean, no, they're not defended. I mean, it's Bayley and Sasha every freaking segment, every freaking week on the same fucking show. I mean, you think we're gonna see Bayley and Sasha on NXT tomorrow night? Probably the segment, but not not anything to write home about. But come on, I mean, how many times are we going to see Bayley and Sasha? The only good thing about the WWE. That's the only good thing that's coming out of Raw and SmackDown is Bayley and Sasha. And God forbid they make Sasha the Raw Women's Champion next Sunday. God forbid. And if we don't get Bayley versus Sasha at SummerSlam, I'm going to fucking riot. It needs to happen. We need to turn. Now, when I get to the segment with Bayley and Sasha talking about, I think it was with Asuka, you see like Sasha go, what? And then later on when they accepted the Asuka and well, I'm going to mention her, Kairi Sane, the challenge for the women's tag team titles. Sasha accepted for her. Sasha accepted, and Bayley's like, what? Maybe some tension. I don't know. I still think that Bayley's gonna cost Sasha the belt against Asuka, or it could be reversed. I don't think Nikki Cross is gonna win the belt. Let's put it this way: Nikki Cross is not winning the SmackDown Women's title. So I could see Bayley costing Sasha the match against Asuka. Sasha gets pissed the next night on Raw. She comes out. Sasha's pissed off. It's like, you cost me the title. Blah, blah, blah. Then you start the seeds being planted for an eventual SmackDown title match against Bayley at SummerSlam. And then have Sasha win the belt, ending Bayley's 1-year title reign. But, yeah. Like, I went off tangent as I usually do. But the U.S. title it's decent. I'll run with it for a little while. That's that. I'm very glad to see Io Shirai fight despite the rumors of his supposed retirement. The flash return of Slayer. I mean, you mean Slater. And making the 3MB signal magnificent. I don't think Io Shirai is retired. I'm thinking Kairi Sane is back. Thank the Lord. My second wife is back. Back at it. I'll get to that in a minute. She's back, but yeah, she's gonna. There is talk of her retiring from wrestling. She's gonna go back to her husband probably next year. So she's gonna finish her run in WWE. Maybe get the tag team titles back with Asuka. I don't know. Or maybe get a Raw Women's title run for a little short time. And then after that, she'll retire. She'll have like a career. They'll probably do that career-ending injury that they were thinking of, and then Asuka will fight the person that ended her career. That's what I think they're gonna do. But Io Shirai botch. Kairi Sane coming back. Good. It's good, but she's gonna retire in a year. So probably after WrestleMania, she's gonna retire. I would think. But go back to Japan, start a family with her husband, and just be in Japan. Maybe not wrestle. And if she does go back to wrestling, I would think she'll be in Stardom or doing something in Japan. I don't think she'll come back to WWE, but you never know. Never say never. And that's pretty much that. By the way, what time do you have? 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time. So just letting you know. Hold on. Where am I? Okay, I'm gonna get back to Monday Night 1 minute. Julius the Jew. Do you smell what Stone Cold's cooking? I don't know what he's cooking, but he's got a lot of beer. I haven't seen my store doesn't sell which sucks. It doesn't sell the IPA Stone Cold beer. I would try it, but my store doesn't sell it, and I don't know where I can get it. They should sell it on WWEshop.com. I mean, come on. They sell almost everything else. But, I mean, you want to know what Stone Cold's cooking? Probably a rattlesnake. I don't know. A snake tastes like chicken. I've had snake before. Tastes like chicken. But yeah, that was that. And we move on. Oops, I missed that. All that remains is to change the designs of the Universal and WWE Heavyweight Championship. I would change the Universal title and keep the WWE title. Leave the WWE title alone. I mean, it signifies the WWE. The Universal title it's just a fucking blueberry fucking belt. Before it was a strawberry belt. Now it's the blueberry belt. I mean, change that. Bring back the Winged Eagle title or something like that. Or bring back the gold WCW heavyweight title and make that your Universal title. Or make something like that. Just change the fucking design of the Universal title. It's fucking hideous. It's just the WWE title, just with gold and blue on it. Stupid. It's just fucking stupid. Change it. That's that. Marlon, I'm gonna have probably this name. Villalobos. I hope I'm saying that right. How you doing? How you doing? What's going on? I'm a newcomer. I don't know what that is in your. That's Kratos in your avatar. That's pretty cool. Fuck WWE for faking shit. Yeah, they fake a lot of shit. It is what it is. Also, what is the new championship? Well, it's the new look United States title. They unveiled it last night with MVP and Lashley, and MVP claiming he's the new United States champion, though he never really won it. But it's a pretty nice design. I'm gonna go with it. And look, it looks pretty nice. Looks better than all the other belts that we've seen. But like I said, they need to change the tag belts because it looked like fucking pennies and gold dimes or whatever it is. Change the tag belts. Get rid of the women's tag titles. Get rid of the 24/7 title because basically it's the R-Truth title. I mean, how many times is R-Truth gonna win it, then lose it, and then win it back? I mean, he's held it for 30. He's held the belt 38 times, breaking Tommy Dreamer's record of 28 when he held the Hardcore title. 28 Tommy Dreamer has. Go look that up. It's true. It is true. But get rid of the 24/7 title. Get rid of the women's tag titles because they're barely defended. The 24/7 title is a joke. Get rid of that. Change the Universal title. Rechange the Intercontinental title because that looks hideous. Bring back the old school 80s belt back. Or make it look like a fucking title. Just change it. Change it. But the United States title, the new look, pretty cool. That's good. I hope Sasha's not a champion. It is what I want most. I no longer put up with her segments with the Bailey bulge. I don't know what bulge you're talking about, but I agree. I hope Sasha doesn't win the belt. I really don't want Sasha with the belt. If anybody should take the belt from Asuka, it's gonna be Shayna Baszler, who's I heard supposedly returning to TV. So when probably after Extreme Rules at this point, if you want to go that way, you have Asuka beat Sasha, and then who's next for Asuka? Asuka's like, I beat everybody before. Nobody is ready for Asuka. And then out of nowhere, Shayna Baszler comes out, beats the crap out of Sasha, putting her in a Kirifuda clutch. And at SummerSlam, she takes the belt off of Asuka. And then she goes on for a nice little run with the belt. The only person I could probably beat her is a returning Becky, or maybe a returning Ronda Rousey, which I don't see. I don't even see Ronda Rousey coming back anytime soon. So I don't know who's going to hold the belt after Asuka. Like I said, probably Shayna Baszler. Then after that, toss up. Toss up. Because if they do Sasha and Bayley, Sasha's going to win the SmackDown belt. Bayley will chase her for a little bit, then lose, of course. And then probably the next person that will go after Sasha is Lacey Evans, because that feud is not done yet. Lacey will probably win the belt, probably lose it back to Sasha, or lose it back to Bayley. I mean, who else is going to win that belt? Naomi? No. Carmella? No. Nikki Cross? No. Alexa? Maybe. I mean, on Raw, who you got? Natalia? I mean, she's boring. Lana is leaving. I don't know why she's there. Just to do this thing with Natty. It makes no fucking sense. She needs to fucking get out. I mean, Lana needs to go with Rusev. Go to AEW, go to TNA. Which I think TNA might be looking at him. But I don't know. But like I said, I don't want Sasha with the belt. Not the Raw Women's title. The SmackDown title I would see, but not beating Asuka this Sunday. Because you know, Bayley's gonna be at ringside. Kairi Sane's gonna be at ringside. Something's gonna happen, and I think Asuka will retain somehow. And then they might start the plant the seeds for the Asuka Bayley feud. If it does happen, if it doesn't happen by SummerSlam, then what is the point? What's the point of having them together to be the leaders of the division? And let them run rampant in WWE. Makes no fucking sense. But like I said, I hope Sasha does not win, and pray to the mighty Lord upstairs that she does not win. But knowing WWE, they'll make her win. And boy, Sasha's getting a lot of heat lately. I mean, anybody notice that when Booker T was talking about Bayley, and he said Bayley doesn't bring anything to the table, and then Sasha comes in and said that we're better than Harlem Heat. What? I don't think so, Sasha. I think you've been I don't know what to say there. You're not better than Harlem Heat. You're not better than The Undertaker. You know, when they were doing on SmackDown, to talk about The Undertaker, and Sasha does the eyes roll back in the head. Looked like she had a fucking orgasm. She was thinking of me, that's why. But I digress. Yeah, I mean, Sasha Bayley are not even close to being better than Harlem Heat or any tag team for that matter. Not even close. Harlem Heat, really, Sasha? Really? Better than The Undertaker? Really now? I don't know what planet you're living on and what you're smoking. I like to have it, but you need to shut the fuck up. Really. Just shut up, Tassa. Just shut up and look pretty. That's all I gotta say about that. Marlon Villalobos. They really had to change the United States belt. To be honest, it looks good. It does look good. That's all I gotta say about that. It's pretty decent. They actually made a belt that looks good. Now, if they did that with the Universal title and the 24/7 title, I wouldn't have a problem with it. And the tag belts. And just get rid of the women's title and the 24/7 title. Get rid of them or change them. Because they look hideous. And that's that. Julius the Jew, thanks for taking my joke. Yeah, good joke, by the way. That was pretty funny. What is Stone Cold cooking? Probably a beer. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough for chat. Let's get back to Monday Night Raw. Chat room still open if you want to chime in some more. That's that. So, like I said, we come back to Raw. Drew McIntyre beat returning Slater in 5 seconds. I didn't see the point of Heath Slater coming back just to have that heartfelt promo. and then turning heel for like 5 seconds, and then he gets clean one right in the face. I didn't see the point of that. He just came for a paycheck, and that's it. Said goodbye, get your paycheck. Here's your paycheck. Goodbye. We'll see you in like 5 years. That's all I gotta say about that. Stupid. All right, we go to Bailey. Bailey, don't give me a hug. And the boss, Sasha Banks, backstage. Sarah Schreiber's there, and Bailey cuts her off and asks why they should talk to her when they could go talk to the world. And then like they're like basically berating Sarah as like, you're a bad interviewer. What kind of question is that? Stuff like that. They leave, go to the ring. And Asuka comes in. She's like, Sasha, and she's asked how she feels about facing the throne later on. And Asuka says, who's I don't come alone. And then she's dancing away. Dancing, 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 dancing. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. And then we go to Bailey and Sasha in the ring. And then we see highlights of the match last week with Asuka and Drew McIntyre against Sasha, reversing the Asuka lock into a pin. So we saw that. Sasha says money never sleeps. Well, money talks and BS walks. And they're changing. Bailey then brings up that little runt, Nikki Cross. And then she picks up a phone call. Okay. Sasha says will not walk out the World Women's Champion because she would tap her out and become 2 belts Banks, baby. Not like Adam Cole, baby, but, you know, it is what it is. They're taking over the whole damn company. He tells Bailey she isn't ready for her. Bailey says Asuka isn't ready for Sasha. And then Asuka says Sasha isn't busy, so why doesn't she face someone else? So Bailey's like, Sasha's ready for anyone. And then it says, and then Asuka's like, oh, really? Really? Really, Sasha-san? So she brings out the returning Kairi Sane, my second wife. And she comes out in her kabuki outfit, looks so cute. Thanks to Nia Jax, who should have been released. That's another person you can put in against Shayna Baszler, but who wants to see Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax? I don't. That's that. So we get that. And then we get to the match number 2. Match was alright. Nothing to write home about. Sasha starts off beating down Kairi in the corner. Kairi fights out of it. Sasha comes out with the right hand. There's her hair. Goes screaming hard right to the face. She locks the fingers, runs up, and then hits a hard right hand to Sasha's like, oh, look at me. I am great. I am Sasha Banks. And then right in the face. Almost knocked her out. She misses a clothesline and gets chopped in the chest and her titties. Kairi with a right, then another one. Some more chops. Just going to work on Sasha. Backing her into ropes. And then she goes for an Irish whip. It's reversed. Kairi hops off with a Hurricane Rana. Then a running kick to face for a near fall. Then she goes on top of Sasha's back and pulls on her arms, choking her out in the process. Sasha's able to reverse it into the same hold. Kairi gets out of it standing up, hits some knees. Then she locks in a very surprising octopus hold. Then Sasha gets out of it, locks the weight, lifts up, elbows out, and drops her, but Kairi rolls over for a near fall. Sasha then ducked the move, pulls the head down hard, and covers for as we go to break. Come back. Kairi sent into the ropes. She comes back and is met with a backbreaker for a near fall. Then Sasha lays Kairi across the ropes and drives some knees in her. Sasha Sasha then stacks off for a near fall. And she's going to work on Kairi for a while. And then she pulls back on the leg of Kairi. Kairi gets to the bottom rope. And she kicks Sasha away. Sasha kicks her back. Then she hits a knee lift on the apron. Then a boot to face as she enters the ring. Brings Kairi to the center of the ring. Whips her into the corner. And then hits a right hand in the corner. She tries for another double knee. But Kairi slinks through the ropes and hits an axe kick on Sasha. Then she chops her. And goes to the top rope. She flies with a phenomenal forearm for a near fall. Then she hits the ropes, hits a running blockbuster, then another one. She lifts Sasha up, whips her as reverse. Sasha with a surprise interceptor spear. Then Kairi slides into a move in the corner, covers for a near fall. Then Sasha comes back with a sunset flip for a near fall. It gets reversed into another near fall. Then Sasha hits some knees right into a pin for a near fall. Sasha gets up, she rushes the corner, drives knees into the head of Kairi. She goes to the top rope. Kairi's standing. Sasha dives. Kairi moves, slides through the legs, and pulls Sasha down. Then she locks her in a modified cloverleaf, and Bayley gets in the ring and hits her from behind, causing disqualification, which sucks. So, match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. So Kairi gets the win. So we'll get that. And then afterwards, Asuka comes in to make the save, and then she starts beating Bayley up. Sasha gets in the ring, sends Asuka to the outside, and then Bayley and Sasha double team her, but Kairi's on the top rope, and she dives off on the Sasha and Bayley with the insane elbow, knocking them down like a bunch of bowling pins. So that's that. So that's gonna lead into the segment with Asuka and Kairi challenge Bayley and Sasha for the tag team belts, and that's that. So we get that. All right, then we go backstage after a recap of last week's Stompapalooza from Seth Rollins after he stomped Humberto Carrillo in their match with Aleister Black, and then the stomp on top of the steps when Seth was trying to gouge the eye out of Humberto Carrillo with putting his Rey Mysterio's mask on, and they stomped on his head. We get that. And then we go backstage. We see some commotion going on, and like referees and we don't know what the hell is going on. Then we what looks to be Aleister Black looking like he was attacked from behind, and he's wearing a Rey Mysterio mask. Seth then walks up, says, "Damn shame." So obviously Seth Rollins and Murphy beat up Aleister Black in the back. Aleister Black taking on Seth Rollins and Murphy. And that's that. So we'll start with that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. We see backstage, Ivar wants to show Eric how to bowl, saying it's all in the hips. Considering Eric is the one having a kid, yep, Sarah Logan's pregnant. Sarah Logan's married to Eric of Raymond Rowe, I should say. So he knows how that is with the hips and stuff. Big Show comes in. The Big Slow talks about the upcoming 6-man tag team match with them against Randy Orton and his monotonous voice and Angel Garza and Andrade. Vikings, they laugh a little bit, and then Big Show's like slapping them around, like, shut up, shut up. And then a bunch of grunts like, I gotta kick your ass. And it makes him feel uncomfortable. And Show says, good, you're pissed, good. So we get that. I give that 2 out of 5 stars. I didn't care about that whole crap. That's that. Then we go into the ring with the Kevin Owens Show, the greatest show on TV. He gets in the ring, and he's like, he had 3 chairs, and then just dismiss us. He's like, I know what's gonna happen. I've seen this before. And then he welcomes a giant piece of trash, Seth Rollins, to the ring. So Rollins comes in, Murphy's with him, and he asks Owens what he's done. What has he done? He just wants to come out here to thank him for having him on the show. He asks him about Owens' fractured ankle. Owens says Seth does suck. says his ankle is fine. He would assume it feels better than Seth's ego. Uh, he says since things have been going well for Seth, the reason why he invited him is that at Mania, and regardless of their history, the match at Mania creates a bond. Mania is why they do what they do. So when you go through it with someone else, it creates a bond. And because of that, he wants to cheer up Seth, and he has a gift for him. So Seth grabs what looks like a shirt, and he opens it up, and it reveals a KO Mania 4 shirt right now on shop.com. Just like the one he was wearing, beat Seth at WrestleMania. Look at that. So Seth's kind of like playing it off, like, thank you for the nice gift. He says it doesn't give a damn about Owens, his shirt, or the show. He's only out here to use Owens and his show as a platform to address the medically cleared Rey Mysterio. So he offers a challenge to Rey to a match at the horror show at Extreme Rules. They have unfinished business, and it's time to permanently make Rey a sacrifice for the greater good, that greater good crap. So he tells Kevin that he's been doing nothing while he has risen to prominence, and he thinks Kevin needs more than he thinks he does, just like Raw does, and maybe Kevin could get more out of fighting with Seth than against him. And he says Owens should find a purpose in his fight for the greater good. So get that. And before Owens can make a rebuttal, Rey Mysterio, booyaka booyaka, comes out. Dominic. He wonders if Seth truly believes that Owens will fall for his crap. And as for his challenge, Rey accepts the challenge, and he assures that at Extreme Rules, Seth's destiny will be in Rey's hands. So get that. Seth says the business will be finished at Extreme Rules, but they're supposed to compete in a tag match later, but it seems like Aleister Black's a little MIA. So what's Rey going to... He asks Rey what he's going to do. Face Seth and Murphy 2-on-1? Maybe Rey can bring Dominic down. Or Dominic in, I should say. Owen says he's thought about Seth's offer. He says he will never fight by the side of Seth, but he will gladly fight by Rey's side any day. He'll partner with Rey, and he also says the winning team gets to pick the stipulation for Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio at Extreme Rules. So Seth's like, great idea. And so he's like, you're on. Then Murphy attacks Owens from behind. Seth stomps Kevin up a little bit. Rey then says Murphy out of the ring. Rollins gets out of the ring, and then Owens throws his sign at him, which I thought was funny. So we get that. And that's it. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. We get to the match. Match was it was all right. Starts off with Murphy hitting a sunset flip. Rey kicks out of it, sending Murphy to the outside. Karana into the barricade. Ow. Then he gets in the ring, stares down Seth. He sends Murphy back into the ring. He flies over with a crossbody, but Murphy rolled into the pin for a near fall. Rey with a kick to Murphy, then and he tags in Kevin. Comes in with some right hands. Beats Murphy down. Hits a clothesline for a near fall. Then he locks him in a waist lock. Murphy elbows out. Tags in Seth, who hits some right hands and a chop. Then a right to the head. Goes for an Irish whip. It's reversed. Owens bends over and Seth kicks him right in the shoulder. But Owens hits a clothesline, then a senton splash, sending Seth to the outside. While on the outside, Owens sends Seth's face into the apron a couple of times. Goes back in the ring. Owens backs up in the corner. Tags into Rey. Murphy comes in. Murphy comes in immediately because Seth doesn't want any part of Rey. You little pussy. Rey comes in, flips over Murphy, ducks a clothesline, locks the head with a hurricanrana. Goes for a 619, but Murphy escaped. And Seth's talking crap on the apron. Rey grabs Murphy on the apron. Murphy then blocks it, hits a high kick. Goes to the top rope. There's Dominic looking to do something. Murphy goes to attack him, but Owens is there to stop him. And Rollins hits a right hand, knocking him off the apron. Seth gets in the face of Dominic, goading him into an attack, but Dominic's not going to do it. So Seth pokes his eye, tries to poke the eyes out of Dominic, runs into the ring. So Dominic's a little bit blinded as we go to break. Then Rey Mysterio left the ring to check on his boy. So we come back. Rollins has a single leg crab on Kevin Owens. Dominic tries to clear his eyes out from what happened. Owens gets to the ropes to break the hold. Then he clocks Murphy, but Seth is there to drive a boot to face. So they're working on Owens for a while. Seth comes in with a right hand. The springboard, Owens ducks under it and hits a super kick to Seth. Gets the hot tag to Ray. Murphy comes in. Ray flies with a seated senton, hits the ropes, tornado bulldog, then a kick to the face off the ropes. So Ray's in a big move. He's on fire. Floats the rope, gets kicked. He lifts Ray to his shoulders. Ray sends him into the ring post. It looked like Murphy got knocked out. Ray looks for the 619. And Seth comes in. Ray drop kicks the legs. Goes for 619 on Seth, but Seth rolls out and grabs Dominic. Then he pulls Dominic up the ramp. Ray looks for attack, but Aleister Black comes out. And Seth sees him. He drops to his knees, like going like this, like follow the buzzard. You know, he's like, please save my soul, stuff like that. And Black now thinks about kicking Seth's ass, which he should have done. Dominic then grabs Murphy, sends his finger into the eyes, gouging his eyes. Murphy's blinded, and then Ray hits the 619. Goes to the top rope while Seth gets sent into the barricade by Kevin Owens. Ray hits the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Ray Mysterio and Kevin Owens get the win. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. It was all right. Nothing to write home about. And this is where it gets interesting, ladies and gentlemen. After the match, Ray gets on the mic and says, I have the perfect stipulation. It's very simple. Then he says, oro de oro, which means eye for an eye in Spanish. See, I do know my Spanish. Idiots. And Ray promises to pull Seth's eye out with his bare hands. So that's the premise of the match. This freaking eye for an eye match. The object of the match is to pull the eye out of your opponent. Tell me there's going to be a fake eye. Please. There's no way in hell that they're going to actually have a live gouging of the eye and taking it out and showing it to the world. And then you're gonna see a big fucking busted up eye. All bloodied up. It's gonna look disgusting. They're not gonna do that. To make it a horror show. They're gonna give a fake eye. It's gonna be a fake eye. They're gonna go to like Ray gouging out Seth's eye, and he goes like this, and you see the camera cut because they're not gonna show that crap. They cut the Ray going ah, and then he pulls it out, and then we see a fake eye with blood on it. And then Ray wins the match. Obviously, he's gonna win because I doubt that Dominic is gonna get involved in this match. He could. Then have Ray versus Dominic at SummerSlam, which I don't think they're gonna do. But who knows what's gonna happen with that? But an eye for an eye match. Oh, haven't we seen that before in AEW with Santana and Moxley when both of them had an eye patch? Somebody's been watching AEW. See, another match that WWE takes. Everything. They try to one-up AEW every time, and they fail miserably. That's all I got to say about that. Even though Great Mega Bash was pretty decent, was pretty good this week. And tomorrow night is going to be even better with the winner-take-all match with Keith Lee and Adam Cole, baby! And we see which ending they did. But most likely it will be Keith Lee if the spoiler is correct. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, let's get to some chat before we move on. Marlon Villalobos. If Lesnar versus Bobby happened, imagine the promo Heyman versus MVP. That would be a really good promo. Both are really good on the mic. Yeah, MVP is pretty good on the mic. I like his promos. I mean, especially his promos when doing the Ruthless Aggression era against Matt Hardy and other people. To his days in TNA when he was part of the Beatdown Clan with Bobby Lashley and I think Samoa Joe and Lashley and him and Samoa Joe and I think it was Eric Young or no Bobby Roode, I forgot who it was. And where is Bobby Roode? He's stuck. Is he stuck in Canada and he can't come down? Or is he boycotting like Sami Zayn and what Kevin Owens is doing, like not wanting to work the tapings? I don't know where the hell Bobby Roode is. I think creative doesn't have anything for him. Why don't you just put him back with Dolph Ziggler and then go for the tag belts? I mean, they need some tag teams to face the Street Profits. Why not? I don't know. But yeah, Heyman is gold on the mic. Heyman's been gold since his WCW days when he formed the Dangerous Alliance and when he was on commentary. Fucking gold on commentary. Fucking gold on the mic. The guy is fucking a promo machine, like a Taz, like Tommy Dreamer, like DDP, like the Macho Man really series. Ooh yeah. No, good people with good that know how to cut a fucking promo, like Ric Flair, Sting. Guys who can cut a pretty fucking mean promo. Shane Douglas. I mean, and the list goes on and on and on. The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H. You know, Hogan cut a couple good promos back in the day. But Heyman, I mean, Lesnar, Bobby Lashley I thought it was going to happen at SummerSlam. It still could, but I thought that Lashley would have won the belt from Drew McIntyre at the last pay-per-view, but that didn't happen. Drew's going to hold on to the belt probably through SummerSlam, most likely. And that the Lesnar match may or may not happen. Because Lesnar's supposedly coming back maybe at SummerSlam, so maybe you can do Lesnar Bobby Lashley, but it won't be the same if the title if there's a title on the line. Not gonna be a great match, and you know it's gonna be under like 5 minutes. Gonna do a really quick match. Lashley's probably gonna spear Brock Lesnar into hell, or Lesnar's gonna beat the crap out of Lashley and send him packing, and Lesnar probably get his rematch versus Drew McIntyre at the September pay-per-view or the October pay-per-view, or Hell in a Cell. Because they're not going back. They won't. I don't even think they'll be Crown Jewel this year, because that usually happens after around Survivor Series time. They're not going to do that because there's a travel restriction, so they can't go anywhere overseas. So the Crown Jewel's gone this year. Thank the Lord. I hate those Saudi Arabia pay-per-views. I hate them. If they wanted to go somewhere, why don't you just go back to Japan? Had that Beast of the East pay-per-view like they had with NXT. When Finn Balor beat Kevin Owens in that ladder match for the NXT title. I fucking hate Saudi Arabia. I don't even like those. I hate the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views. The greatest Royal Rumble, the greatest, not the greatest Royal Rumble, the greatest, what was it? Yeah, the greatest Royal Rumble ever, or something like that. And, Super Showdown 1 and 2, horrible. And then Crown Jewel 1 and 2, horrible. And the Saudis have that blood money, so they want to put on some dream matches. And boy, the hell did that end? Goldberg and The Undertaker sucked! Undertaker and Kane against DX sucked! The Royal Rumbles they had when Braun Strowman won that little belt that he never defended sucked! Mansoor winning both Battle Royals sucked! That's it. They fucking sucked! And we're going to get one anytime soon? Nope. Not this year. Probably not next year either. Because with this fucking virus going around, I don't think anybody's going to go to Europe. Anybody's going to freaking Asia, or South America, or Antarctica. Anywhere in Europe and Asia and Africa, nobody's going there. So forget the WWE doing a tour in Asia, or doing a tour in Indonesia, or in the Philippines, or New Zealand, or something like that. Nope, not gonna happen. And that's that. But yeah, Heyman and MVP, they had if the Brock Lesnar and Lashley ever happened, yeah, the promos would be be freaking off the chain. Awesome. That's that. All right, my good buddy Nick Infante 92. He says hello. What's up, Nick? He says Raw was eh. Yeah, it was. It was eh. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so getting back to Raw, like I said, the Rey Mysterio and Kevin Owens beat Seth Rollins and Murphy. Ray picks a stipulation for an eye match. With like I said, the object of the match is to pull your opponent's eye out. Just thinking about it makes me want to barf. And like I said, I think we're gonna see a fake eye, and it's Seth Rollins or Ray. He'll probably come out with Ray has one eye closed. He'll probably get the other eye closed. So it'll be a blinded. We'll have our first blind wrestler, even though Ray's supposedly leaving soon. He's got like a handshake track right now. So this might be his last. I don't know what's going to happen. But get that. All right. After that, we find out that Apollo Crews is out of action, according to Charlie Caruso. So Apollo's title reign will be coming to an end. MVP then comes in, says if they discuss the future of the U.S. title, they'll do it in style and do it next. MVP says the future of the title will be ballin'. So get that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. I didn't drink. So we go to the ring with MVP's VIP lounge. Lashley's in the ring, of course. MVP says when Apollo Crews debuted, he was a supernova, but his star dimmed very quickly because he passed by MVP and Lashley. He says he's young, but he thinks he's invincible. And no one's invincible when it comes to the full Nelson. A move made famous by Hercules Hernandez, by Billy Jack Haynes, by a bunch of other people. Kind of Chris Masters. So many other people use that fucking hold. Now, Lashley thinks it's his finisher now. Anyway, MVP tried to help the young homie even after what Apollo saw him do for Lashley. He had the goal to turn out MVP, and that's disrespect. And when you disrespect MVP, you disrespect Lashley. And he says it's a very bad career move for Apollo. And he says when he beats Apollo at Extreme Rules, he will no longer be the U.S. champion anymore, but he will always have the memory. And then we see MVP has a new title. And he already beat Crews, and he promises that his third title run would be awesome as his first 2. Then he unveils the title with a big drum roll. We see the title, which, like I said, looks pretty damn good. Though I missed the old school title, the WCW title. I thought was amazing, and the NWA title. But it's what it is. I'll run with it for a while and see how it goes. So MVP calls it magnificent. Says it's a title that befits a legend, and he can't wait to beat Apollo Crews at Extreme Rules to make this official. Then Lashley wonders where MVP's head is at. He's rolling with him, and it's official when he says it's official. So he wants to crown MVP the champion right now. So he takes the title, puts it around MVP's waist, and then out come the 2 guys from catering, Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. Cedric tells MVP that he knows struggle, so he should know that the titles are earned here in WWE. Ricochet calls him P. He says he has to tell MVP that he's about to lose some backs because Apollo is going to come back and end the charade. He says in the meantime, though, he and Cedric are here to make sure that the Hurt business goes Chapter 11, which means bankrupt. Then they run to the ring, they attack. Lashley beats out Ricochet, MVP to the outside, and then Cedric and Ricochet double drop kick Lashley to the outside, and then we get a tag team match player. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars, just for the title alone. And then we get to the match. MVP's in his suit and tie with his dress shoes on, but he removes the blazer, so that's nice. He tags in Lashley, and he starts out with Cedric, just throwing him around like a rag doll. Ricochet comes in, tries his luck, and gets a little bit of offense, a kick, then springboard last shoves him down, and Ricochet hits the barricade. Tags in MVP, drops down to the mat, grabs Ricochet, sends him into the ring steps, into the barricade, and they stomps Ricochet in the ring. Then tags in Lashley. They go to work on him, drops Ricochet with a neck breaker for a near fall. MVP comes in, so they work on Ricochet for a while. Ricochet fights out of it, turns into a arm hold, gets the ropes and eats a huge kick from MVP. Sorry about that. Coast on Ricochet. Lashley has a stalled suplex for a near fall. Then a cravat from Lashley. Then a flatliner. Tags in MVP. MVP comes for a near fall. And then MVP locks the head. Ricochet comes back with a right hand. Gets the hot tag to Cedric, who comes in like a house of fire with a spin kick, a high kick, and a drop kick to Lashley on the apron. He runs with a forearm to MVP, then a tornado DDT for a near fall. Then he goes to work on him. He hits an elbow, and Lashley comes in. Cedric flips over onto the apron. Lashley then just destroyed him on the apron, just blew him up. MVP sends Ricochet off the apron. Lashley sends Cedric into the ring. He waits to the corner. Spear. 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley and MVP get the win. And they're on a roll right now. So we'll see what happens with Bobby Lashley and MVP as we get closer. We get closer to Extreme Rules. Next week is the go home show. So we'll see what happens with that. Happens at Extreme Rules, the horror show, or the horror show Extreme Rules, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, I think Apollo's going to retain. And then eventually he's going to turn heel and join up with MVP and Lashley to reform the Nation of Domination. Or the Beatdown Clan, or some type of group they're going to call it. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's that. So I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, then we get taken back to where the last week with Garza and Andrade were at each other's throats. Then we go backstage where you see Zelina Vega come up to Andrade and Garza, who are still arguing. Andrade's like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm out of here. He's sick of it. Then, hit your boy! Ric Flair comes in, says they're great. He doesn't know what happened last week, but we can forget about it. Right now is a must-do. Otherwise, they will all have to answer to. And then comes Randy Orton as Blood Boys. So he then brings up Andrade and Garza being third-generation wrestlers. They all have something in common. He respects them both, even if it's just a little bit. He said it's all about him and the Big Show, and when the time is right, show is his. And if they screw anything up, Orton will not hesitate to formally introduce them to. But good. They bump fists, and that's that. So we'll see what happens in that 6-man tag team match as we roll on. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So we move on from there. All right, we stay backstage with Charlie Caruso talking to the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. Suck my dick. And my second wife, Kairi Sane, who's on my dick 24/7. They cut a promo in Japanese that I fully understood. Then they say that after Asuka beats Bayley, they're challenging Sasha and Bayley for the tag titles, like I mentioned before, next week. And then Kairi plays the recorder, and Asuka, dance. That was nice. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5. So we'll see what happens with Bayley and Asuka to end the show, which I didn't think was going to end the show, but it's going to end the show anyway. So we get that. And then we move on from there. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to match number 5, the Viking Raiders and a Big Slow taking on Andrade, Angel Garza, and Randy Orton with Zelina Vega at ringside. Not a great match per se. It's also with Garza and a Big Show. Big Show beats the crap out of them. He stares down Randy Orton, and then he chops him a bunch of times. Tags in Eric, who tags in Ivar, sends a knee in Garza's face, and Ivar hits a snapmare, then a fist drop to the face for a 1 count. They start beating down Angel Garza for a while, tagging back in and out each other. Sends Garza into the corner, hits another chop. Show body slams the tagged in Eric on Andrade for a near fall. Garza yells at Andrade, asking him if he wants to lose the match, which pissed Orton off, who gets in Ghost's face looking like he's ready to fucking fuck him up. He says, get your ass out here right now. He says, if you screw this up, I'm going to kill you. Something like that. He's really pissed. I don't blame him. Orton shows Garza into the barricade and tells him to get his head out of his ass. He tells Garza not to think for 1 second that he won't put his ass in the dirt and to get his act together. So we go to break with that. And then we come back, Andrade and Ivar in the ring. Orton comes in, stomps Ivar in the corner. And he hits some European uppercuts, tags in Garza. Garza with a kick as Orton claps. It's like, yeah, there we go. So they're working on Ivar, I should say. Eric gets the tag after a while, comes in like a house of fire, lifts Garza up with a suplex, locks the head, drops him over his hips, and hits a hard knee. Sounds like Andrade off the apron. Orton drops down. Eric stares him down. Garza kicks Eric in the face. Then he hits a right hand, grabs the arm, and tags in Randy Orton. Orton hits a knee, then a kick, then some uppercuts to Eric. Andrade comes in. They work on Eric for a while. They hit like sweep for a near fall. And Garza comes in. He lays Eric up on the ropes and hits a knee lift. Then Garza removes his pants so all the ladies can get wet in their pants. It is what it is. Eric with a chop. Garza with a kick to face. Tags in Andrade. They go to work on Eric. Eric comes back with a right hand to Angel Garza. He tries for a tag but can't get it. Then he hits a right hand. Tags in the Big Show. Andrade comes in. Big Show wipes out Andrade. And he calls for the choke slam. But Randy Orton comes in with an RKO attempt. The Show shows him off. Orton gives him the old, oh, this close. And Show's pissed. Grabs Andrade. Goes for the choke slam. But Andrade floated over to a sleeper hold. 1922. Show sends him over the shoulders. Tags into Ivar. Angel comes in. Ivar hits a cartwheel, then a clothesline. Then he tags in Ivar. Ivar shoots him up. They hit the Viking Experience. They go for the Viking Experience, but Andrade is in, and they send Ivar to the outside. And then Randy Orton gets the blind tag. He comes in. Boom! RKO. Diamond Cutter! Bang! And hits the RKO on Eric. Comes for the 1, 2, 3. So Randy Orton and his Mountainous Voice and Angel Garza and Andrade, they pick up the win. And that's pretty much that. So a little bit of tension between Angel Garza and Andrade and Randy Orton. You know, Randy got pissed. I thought it was ready to kill Angel Garza. And then you had the thing with Orton and the bitch is going to lead to a match at Extreme Rules, which will probably be finalized next week. They'll probably have some stipulation. I don't know if it's going to be a stipulation match or just a straight up wrestling match. I wouldn't be surprised if it's anything but a straight up wrestling match. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we're going to move on from there. So I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we go backstage where we have Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, the Iconics. Billy's excited that Peyton Royce is going to take on Ruby later on. She says that girl's a whole mess. Peyton says Liv isn't returning her phone calls. Billy says when you think of losers, then Ruby Riott comes out, dumbasses. She says she's never had a problem with them before, but just the sound of their voices makes her neck twitch a little bit. Peyton calls it dramatic. Ruby says she's focused on both of them, and that's very bad for them. And when it's all said and done, it won't be iconic. It will be tragic. And that's that. So we'll see what happens with Peyton Royce. Not that I give 2 shits, but I gave the segment 2 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we pan over to MVP and Cedric talking. MVP says, spare the condolences. I got some questions for you. He wants Cedric to know it takes a lot of heart to stand up to him. And Lashley, he's impressed, always has been. He doesn't understand why Cedric is holding himself back. And his question that Cedric is content with being Ricochet's sidekick. Cedric says he's not having it, and he wants to divide and conquer, and he's not trying to hear any of that. He says that him and Ricochet are equal partners, and And MVP's like, why does he have a new documentary on the WWE Network? And he doesn't, because it's boring. It is what it is. He was content on being on the sidelines. He says, MVP says he and Lashley are in the hurting business while Cedric's in the catering business. Yeah, because that's where he's going to sit for the rest of his career, watching other people be successful. Then he leaves saying, bon appetit. It looks like they went catering anyway. So that's that. So maybe Cedric joins up with this little group, and then maybe Apollo afterwards. So we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Then we get to the weirdest segment of the night. Ric Flair and Randy Orton are talking backstage amongst themselves. And then R-Truth comes in, runs into Orton, he goes, whoa, don't hit me. I was waiting for Orton to RKO him. Then he tells Flair that he cleans up nice, a little bit too nice. Then he accuses Flair of being Akira Tozawa. And then Akira Tozawa comes in. R-Truth runs away like a bitch. And Orton stops Tozawa and he's like, he went that way. Or that way. So Akira Tozawa and he just go off on the wrong direction. Okay, I didn't know where this segment was going. I didn't care, so I gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars. That's what it was, and that's that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Then we move on. Then we get to match number 6, Ruby Riott and Billie Kay. I didn't really give two shits. There was a pretty good ending to the match with Billie Kay hits an eat defeat off the top rope. That was fucking sick. Then she hits a sit-out spine buster for the 1, 2, 3. So Billie Kay gets the win. I thought it was Peyton Royce. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Oh, Peyton won last week with that twisting twisting brainbuster. Looked like gets the win. Now Billie Kay picks up the win over Ruby Riott, who is Miss Jobberfest right now. I don't know why they putting Heather Loveless in a fucking jobber position. If they're gonna reform the Riot Squad with her and then just do it already. At least you got another tag team in that women's tag team division. That's going nowhere. I digress. That's it. It's fucking stupid. So Billie Kay gets the win. Match gave 2 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, then we go backstage. Charlie asks if the stakes are higher now that Asuka challenged Sasha and Bayley for the tag team titles. Bayley says she's going to slap the green makeup off Asuka. And then Sasha says the Kabuki Boys will never be champions again. I doubt that. If they got to beat the girls in order to do so, then they accept. Bayley's like, really? Like I said, it's showing us a little bit of tension. Sasha says they're the best. And Bayley says if she's got to beat every single team to show that she's the best, then that's what she'll do. And we get that. And then we get Nikki Cross coming in, and stagehands ask her to leave, but Nikki's like, oh, I'm going to be calm. And then we see her on commentary for our final match, champion versus champion, Asuka against Bayley. Match was decent. It was all right. They go at it. A lot of moves. Now, I'm gonna paraphrase on most of this because I want to get this video up and done pretty quick. So we get Nitty. They go back and forth. Sasha got involved a couple of times. Kairu's at ringside. She didn't really get involved much in the match. So we get near the end, and Bayley grabs Asuka, rolls her into the ring. Bayley then cheap shots Kairi on the outside, tells her that she's the worst. Zayn then goes into the ring to we stopped her. Sasha's on the apron, then hits a high kick to Asuka. Then Bayley hits a side suplex. Sasha runs to grab a bottle of water. Then Bayley asks if Asuka is thirsty. She grabs the water and tosses it in Asuka's face. We see Nikki in the crowd. She bangs on the plexiglass. I thought she was on commentary, but she's banging on the plexiglass. Bayley freaks out, hops on the apron, and then from behind, Asuka with a waist lock, then converts it into the Asuka lock. Bayley tries for a pin like Sasha did last week, gets a near fall to that. And then Asuka keeps the Asuka lock locked in. Sasha is in the ring, but Kairi spears her to the outside. And then Asuka sits into a pin. 1, 2, 3. Asuka picks up the victory over Bayley. And match, it was all right. I gave it a 2.25 out of 5 stars. So the Empress of Tomorrow gets the win and continues the further storyline with Asuka and Sasha. And then now Kairi Sane's back, so they're gonna go for the women's tag team belts next week. Probably lose, so I don't think they're gonna get them back. I hope they do, but I don't think they are. But we'll see. And now that's pretty much it for Monday Night Raw. So Monday Night Raw was pretty decent. It was all right. I gave it 6 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. And that'll be that. And we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you to Marlon, Julius the Jew, Nick, Javier, Alejandro, Ponce Clatza, and Jeremy Conio for being in the chat. Jeremy, if you're still watching or if you're not watching, I'll try to hit you up with a text in the coming days. I'm going on vacation, so probably after vacation, maybe I'll hit you up. Maybe we'll do a Raw review together. Probably on a Tuesday because I got work on Monday nights, so I can't be on Monday Night Raw. So I probably won't be able to join you for a panel unless you do the review on a Tuesday night or Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, Tuesday night. I could probably do it with you there, but on a Monday night, unless I'm off on a Monday, which I rarely am right now, I can't do the panel with you right now. So I apologize, but never say never. Monday we'll do one. Maybe one day I'll do a panel with a guest. I'll have a guest come in. I gotta learn how to invite people into the. I think I just gotta put the stream, the link to the stream in the chat room, and then people come in, then I have to kick trolls out because they're fucking idiots. I gotta learn how to do that. So I'm still learning how to use StreamYard a little bit, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about that. So thank you for watching. Once again, 6 out of 10 stars for Raw. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section of the video. You can leave a few questions if you like down below on this video or any one of my future videos coming up. Or you can leave it for the next chat, which is tomorrow night for my AEW review. So get your questions ready, and we'll have a nice chat. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night, and have an even better Wednesday. And I'll see you tomorrow night for my AEW Fyter Fest Night 2 review. It should be a good show. And enjoy it. Enjoy the Great American Bash Night 2 for NXT, which I think is going to win again in the ratings. But we'll see. You never know. I think NXT is going to start going on a roll now because AEW is really not putting anything together, which sucks. Now the money look like the tide is turning now, with AEW winning 20 weeks in a row, and now NXT winning 2 weeks in a row, and a possible third week in a row after tomorrow night. But we'll see what happens. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on. If you don't like it, too damn bad. And if you don't really like it, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.